Welcome back to Witches of the Moon. I'm your Friday hostess, Natalie, and please forgive me while I light up my lavender because we're going to have a talk today about something that's driving me batshit. And I'm going to need something to calm my ass down by the time we're done with this. So here goes. All right. This is a topic that I've heard come up before, and I've kind of tried to avoid it because I don't like getting pulled into drama and all that hullabaloo. I'm not a drama llama, don't like drama llamas, but here goes. This was a topic that I heard Tequila, Lady GraveDancer, talk about, and I thought she made some extraordinarily valid points in that video, and I wanted to just kind of talk about it. Since this week we're doing Choose Your Own Topic, my topic is what constitutes a witch in terms of time, practice, etc., etc. I have been hearing some nasty rumors. I personally haven't heard them, and I don't like to spread rumors, so I'm not going to, but there's been some nastiness going around in the community, and there has been for quite some time, frankly, between a lot of different members of the community, some that are more prominent than others. But it seems to me that there is a debate going on about whether or not certain people are witches because of how long they have been practicing. Now, this is an irksome topic for me because I don't think there's a time limit on what constitutes a witch. And here's the reason why. Some people have been fortunate enough to have family members who have raised them in the craft. Okay. And so, yes, they grow up knowing all of the, not all of it, but they grow up knowing or having a good base in magical practice from the get-go. And they're very fortunate. I don't think that makes any of them a better witch or more of a witch than me or than a lot of the other people that I have met through this community. I've been practicing openly for, I think, going on 3 or 4 years now. Boy, time flies when you're having fun, don't it? Gets on that broom and it goes. But it's not a matter of I don't consider myself somebody who knows everything. I consider myself relatively knowledgeable. I like to do my research, especially before I talk about something, but it's no secret, and if you've watched any of the videos on my personal channel, and I've mentioned it here before as well, I'm going to scoot that over just a little bit. Loving the lavender, keep me calm, but at the same time, sometimes you got to get fired up. Just because somebody hasn't been openly walking or practicing in the craft does not mean that those elements were not always there. Those of you that have seen my Genesis video, as I like to call it, that I did many years ago now, about how I came to this path, then you know that it was always there. It was always in my life. I was kept away from it for reasons that were not of my own making. And for many, many years, you know, you live under that brainwashing of Christianity. I was raised in a household that was very staunch, and in fact, Sunshine Morning Ray, my cousin, and I have kind of a bit of a joke because it was so bad that there was one point where we were playing Hangman on the Atari. If any of you know what an Atari is, I just dated myself there. But it's the original video games, folks. Before there was a Nintendo, you had Atari. And it had a game called Hangman, which was exactly like you play in the restaurants where you draw a little circle and then you have a leg and oop, you're going to get hung. And one of the words was Bible, and she said Bibble. And she goes, what's a Bibble? And my mom's eyeballs, I mean, it was like, you know, her skull split lightning. You know, if you've ever seen a Bill Cosby describe a conniption fit, that's what my mother had. So I grew up in a household that was extraordinarily repressive to any idea other than Church of Christ, which is code word for crazy as a fucking March hare. So it was not that I didn't want to practice or wasn't drawn to it, and I was still doing it in some ways in secret. I just wouldn't have called it witchcraft per se. I was casting spells, and at some point I was openly casting spells, but my mom put the kibosh on that one pretty quick. So, you know, you can't judge someone based on how long they've been in the craft because it's probably always been there for them. I find, and it's been my experience, that those of us that are drawn to this path, we're called to it for a reason. It's always been present in our lives in some form. And to sit there and say that, oh, well, you're not a real witch, you know, you're sucking up because of this and that, that is bullshit. Okay, flat out. That is rude. It is disrespectful. And you don't know what the you're talking about, because you don't know this person. You haven't spent time with this person. You don't know how this person practices on a day-to-day basis, and they may incorporate aspects of different religions into their own spiritual faith. It is not for us to judge, okay? And that's what really ticks me off. I hate it when people say something about another witch as they're a fake witch, or what the hell is that, fake witch? Either you're a witch or you're not. And if you are practicing the craft in any form, that makes you a witch, okay? And some people are doing it without even realizing it. They're witches as much as anybody else is. They just don't call themselves that. So I get really, really ticked off when I hear people saying that, oh, so-and-so can't really be a witch. They've only been practicing for a year, or they've only been doing this for 2 years, or, oh, I've got 15, 20 years. I was raised in the craft. It's in my genes. It's in my blood. Well, goody for you. You know what? That does not mean that your magic is any more effective than anybody else's. I've seen people who've been in the craft for less than a year whose magic is more effective than others. Sorry about that. I don't know how in the hell everybody knows when I'm doing one of these videos, but they sure as hell want to come in my office door and call me up on the phone too, because as soon as I got rid of my client who walked in unexpectedly and unscheduled, my daughter called and said she needs a ride home from work. So I'm going to end this video here by just saying it does not matter how long somebody has been in the craft. If they are practicing and they are learning and they are doing what they've got to do and their magic is effective, then they are just as good a witch as anybody else that's been doing it for 20, 30, 40 years. Because I know an awful lot of people that have been in the craft a very long time who have gotten very lazy with their craft and they don't really practice it anymore. So it's a matter of how dedicated are you to the craft and how much does it mean to you personally? And the only person that can answer that question is the witch themselves. So I get real tired of hearing people talking smack about everybody else, and I really wish it would just stop. Let's keep our focus on the magic itself instead of belittling and wasting our energy putting everybody else down or questioning anybody else's role as a witch or definition as a witch or anything else. So I know this is kind of preachy, and I don't normally like to do preachy type videos, but for lack of anything else this weekend, obviously lack of time to cover anything else, this was going to be my topic. I do invite you to come on over to my channel. It's www.youtube.com/users/NATALIE SUZZANN. That's 2 Z's, 2 N's, and check out my personal channel. I do have the first and second year in a day series there, and I've also started my herb cabinet series. So if you're interested in learning about some of the local flora and fauna or how to use just certain herbs, I'm going to try to cover as many as I can for as long as I can, and taking requests. So please, please, please do stop by, check us out, and also check me out on the Biophilic Alternative. Thank you very much. You'll have a great day, and blessed be.